But we're live. It is Monday afternoon. It is the AgileVentures Atlantic stand-up. We've got Sam and Zivko in the house. Basically, I don't have anything to report since the morning stand-up, apart from just having a very, very busy first day at Makers. Let's go straight to you, Zivko. So you encountered a problem exploring some of John's code. And yes, tell me about what you found out.
Okay, so basically I went to the test that is referred in the issue and pivot table.
Yeah, do you want to share your screen, by the way? As you're telling me, you can be pointing to relevant
okay. I don't know how to do that. I'm on two screens.
Well, if you mouse over the Hangout, there's a green button on the, basically if you mouse over the Hangout, on the left-hand side, a little left navigation bar will appear, and there's like a blue icon and then a green icon, and the green icon does screen share, and if you click the green one, then what it should do is pop up. Yeah, you've got your screen there. So while you're doing that, while you're finding the right thing, we've got Adrian is here as well. Hello, Adrian. How are you doing?
Hello, Sam. How are you? I'm good.
Not too bad. Not too bad. We just started. No major updates from me. Zivko is just telling us about how he's getting on with local support. How are things with you, John? Have you been having a good day?
Yeah, I've had a good day. I'm trying to use Stripe. I'm building a website for a friend, and it involves using Stripe processing payments. And it's very hard to get my head around.
Yes, a big fun bundle of fun.
It's very fun, but yeah, just a lot of work, a lot of stuff to read.
Indeed. Okay, well let's just on to Zivko. Yeah, so do you want to talk us through? Yeah, so you bit off, as they say, a bug report from local support. So do you want to tell us more about what you're encountering there?
Okay, so what I did was I cloned the project and I created a new master. A new branch, and I copy and paste the code from here into request organizational spec.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure what the best way was.
Yes.
And then I've noticed he was typing our organization with a Z, whereas everything in ours is with an S. But that's less of a problem. So basically, this root controller, he created a completely new class. He has new classes. For example, in his LocalSupport lib folder, he has LocalSupport and root controller, which is missing from the actual master.
Yeah. So let me just stop you there, because I think the situation that we have here is, so this test code that he's from this particular item in the pivotal tracker, from this bug report, I think it was from quite a significantly long time ago. So it looks like to me like it's like September last year, and we've done a lot of refactoring on the code base since then. So it's a interesting question here about whether the code that he has exploring this is even is even relevant at this point. I mean, I would have said that the first thing to do would be to, rather than check out, take master and try and paste his test code in, would be to try and run the stuff, like you could take a clone of his fork at that point and run the test at that point. Would be a better way to explore that code, because taking code from something that worked from a year ago and transplanting it into the current thing is likely to run into lots of problems.
And one more thing, his spec helper has a lot more things in it compared to ours, which on the master it literally has nothing. So I'm thinking, when starting to incorporate, because I've discovered he has OpenStruct class, which is not on the master branch, which I'll add as well later, but when I clone it. But I was just wanting to ask you how to approach it.
Yeah. Well, I think I think if you, I would almost say here that you can carry on exploring here, but I think that this is going to be. I feel like what I want to do in this situation is I want to reach out strongly to John and say, is this code even relevant anymore? Because it may be that there is, this is now no longer an issue in the new system. I guess, I personally wouldn't worry about trying to, what is or isn't in his code base. The important thing is this situation of can we still hit these endpoints on the system? You know, the implication is that there's a security flaw. So users who aren't logged in do not see the permission denied message when invoking controller actions that mutate organizations. So I think that the important thing to do is to look at the. Don't worry about the test timer so much. I'm just going to mute some of the other guys. There we go. I think, or no, that's actually background from using it, maybe. Like, what you need to do is look at the organization spec in the current code. Did you look at the organization spec in the current code?
In his.
Not in his code. I forget about his code for the moment. I would say that the key thing is trying to be understanding the organization spec in the current code. So if I just
I don't think. We didn't have an organization spec in the current code on the request.
Do we not?
No, it wasn't there.
Request specs. Okay. Yes. No. Right. Okay. But so I would look at, for example, something like this, like the proposed organization spec.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like this. And so what I would do is, rather than just copying and pasting the whole file in, is maybe try and create just a single test of an organization spec of one little thing. Do you know what I mean? So for example, we've got like a little test like this that's doing a simple thing. So I'm just trying to grab a little part. Like I would, because like I say, from a year ago, there's like such a difference there. For me? Oh really? Oh wow, cool. You guys need the room? Shall I just go? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think we're set up. Sorry guys, just coming and sitting down here. If we go and have a look at his code again, which I have here, like he's doing a lot of different things, but probably rather than replicating absolutely everything, we want to take one of the elements of here and just get that working. Do you know, and explore how to use it would be the approach, rather than copying and pasting the entire thing in. Because I think the code is going to be sufficiently out of date to not necessarily be that helpful, or it's almost, you might want to start writing your own spec from scratch, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
But looking at this now, I'm kind of like, okay, so this is a bit stickier than a usual bug report, if you know what I mean. So if you were to say, I'd rather move on to a different one, that would be absolutely fine. But I will also ping. I will ping John about this to see if I can, get him to give some input. He may have like a simple fix for that. We'll just get it to work for us. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
On my side, that was just what to do from now.
Yeah, right. I'll put so here I'm putting into ZZ is working on this, but the example test code is really out of date. What do you advise? And what I would say there is probably it might be easier for you to put that onto one side for the moment and pick up either another chore out of here, or possibly, you were talking this morning how you were interested in this, this story here about doing an email alert to admin. It might actually be simpler to work with this one.
Okay, yeah, all right. I'll have a look at that then.
And particularly if you were able to pair with either Adrian or Benedus there on this. I've got two screens. Then I think that would be a great way in. Let's just check in with Harry. How are you doing there, Mr. Benedus?
Yeah, not too bad. Just been listening in on the conversation. I spoke with Jacob earlier, and it seemed a bit daunting, this bug. But,
I'm tempted to agree.
But that feature sounds great, so I might pair tomorrow with him and that, and see if we can get that working.
Yeah, that would be very cool. Have you got set up with the code base at all?
I've cloned it down. I've run all the setup stuff. I just need to do a final test one. But,
okay.
I'm aware that there's quite a few tests.
Yes, I mean, this is a bigger system, and it can well seem daunting. But part of this is kind of like, this is the whole thing is preparing you for going into those jobs where there are going to be big systems like that. And as I was saying before, it's all about one little thing at a time. So I think, yeah, that definitely, if you guys could work together on this feature, I think that would be a good way in. And Zivko's all completely set up with the system, so if you need any help, he's a good man to go there. Adrian, any thoughts from you about how you might like to proceed, or we getting involved? And Adrian is muted and frozen, so I think that's kind of like suggests to me that the coffee shop Wi-Fi has kind of gone. And so if we've lost Adrian, Adrian, have we lost you? Oh no, Adrian, he's sort of starting to move again. You're muted at the moment, Adrian. Hello, we can see you now. I'll see if I can go to the control panel and unmute you.
It's muted.
Adrian, yes, we can hear you now. Yes, you were muted there briefly. Hello, yes. So how are things going with you? Are you interested in getting involved in local support, or are you?
No, I really want
to. On this Stripe thing at the moment, I guess.
Today I'm finishing a website for a friend, so she's paying me to do this, and she's giving me.
You're a paid developer already. That's huge, man. Congratulations.
That's my first little job. But it's a charity thing, so it's for a Ukraine charity fundraising. What I need to do is use Stripe to be able to get donations from people on the website itself. And I've never used Stripe before, so I'm trying to see how that works with Sinatra.
Well, if they're interested in continued support, I mean, well, I guess they're paying you for it, and they want that. If they're interested in open source, then you've got more AgileVentures people involved to try and help you longer term. But that sounds awesome either way.
No, it's really fun to do because I really want to get my head around Stripe. It seems like a really useful thing to know. But tomorrow and Wednesday I'm working on the alumni desk, so I can't promise I'll be as involved. I'll probably be helping the juniors and stuff, but yeah, this is still something I'm interested in because I think it's preparation for work. But it's just a lack of time is.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. It's all entirely take your level of involvement up or down as necessary. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like Zivko and maybe Harry will be in tomorrow, getting sorted. So yeah, just look out for them for help. Okay, I think I've got to go myself and do the thing with the new juniors. There's a whole new fresh students over here. Thanks for joining, guys. Feel free to hang around and chat with each other, but other things being equal, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah?
Thanks,
Sound good? See you. Bye. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.